Hi there, I'm Dr. Hannah Cole from the Prime Life Center, and I want to share something incredible that I've discovered in my practice over the past 15 years. It's about how women's bodies can actually experience a complete awakening after 50, and I mean a real, powerful transformation that most doctors never talk about. Let me tell you about Maria, a 53-year-old teacher who walked into my office last spring looking exhausted and defeated. She sat across from me and said, "Dr. Cole, I feel like I'm disappearing as a woman. My husband tries to be understanding, but I can see the confusion in his eyes. We used to have this amazing connection, this passion, and now, nothing. It's like someone turned off a switch inside me and I don't know how to turn it back on." Maria's story broke my heart because I hear it so often. She told me how she used to feel alive, confident, and deeply connected to her feminine energy. "I used to feel this warmth, this excitement," she explained. "Even just thinking about my husband would make me smile. Now I feel numb, like I'm going through the motions of being a wife without actually feeling like a woman." What Maria didn't know, and what most women don't realize, is that her body wasn't broken. It wasn't giving up on her. Instead, something beautiful was trying to happen, but her system needed the right support to make it work. You see, after 50, women's bodies go through what I call a rewiring process. Think of it like renovating a house. During construction, everything feels chaotic and uncomfortable. But when it's done, you can end up with something even better than what you started with. Maria had been to 3 different doctors before she came to see me. Each one gave her the same response. "This is normal for your age. Here's some hormone cream and maybe consider counseling." But Maria knew in her heart that feeling disconnected from her own body wasn't something she had to just accept. She was right. During our first consultation, I explained to Maria that what she was experiencing wasn't a shutdown. It was actually her body asking for different support. Her circulation had slowed down, especially to the areas that matter most for feminine vitality. Her stress hormones were through the roof from years of taking care of everyone else first. And her body's natural warming system, the one that creates that inner glow and desire, had basically gone into hibernation. "Think of it like a fireplace," I told her. "The fireplace isn't broken, but the fire has gone out. We don't need to replace the fireplace. We just need to relight the fire with the right kindling." That's when I started Maria on what I now call my inner fire protocol. Within 3 weeks, she texted me, "Dr. Cole, I woke up this morning and actually wanted to put on something pretty. I haven't felt that way in 2 years." By week 6, she came to her follow-up appointment practically glowing. My husband asked me what I was doing differently because he said I seemed like myself again. But Maria's transformation made me realize something even bigger. See, I had another patient, Patricia, who was 51 and dealing with something similar but from a completely different angle. Patricia worked in corporate finance, and she came to me saying, "I feel like I'm operating at 30% capacity in every area of my life. At work, at home, especially in my marriage. I have no energy, no interest, no spark. I'm like a phone that's always at 10% battery." Patricia's situation was fascinating because her blood work looked normal, according to standard tests. But I could see what was really happening. Her body's circulation system had become sluggish, like a garden hose with barely any water pressure. When blood flow is weak, especially to the pelvic area, everything starts feeling distant and disconnected. It's like trying to feel excited about a movie when the sound is turned way down. Technically, everything is working, but you can't really experience it. I started Patricia on a specific morning routine using Ceylon cinnamon, exactly 1 teaspoon daily mixed in warm water, along with fresh grated ginger root about the size of her thumb, and 1 tablespoon of raw beetroot powder. I told her to drink this mixture every morning on an empty stomach, 30 minutes before breakfast. "Why these specific things?" Patricia asked me. I explained it simply. Your body needs to remember how to create warmth and circulation from the inside out. Ceylon cinnamon works like a gentle internal heater, warming up your system gradually. Fresh ginger acts like a circulation booster, getting blood flowing to all the right places. And beetroot powder is like premium fuel for your blood vessels, helping them expand and carry more life to every part of your body. The transformation timeline for Patricia was remarkable. Week 1, she noticed she had more energy in the mornings. Week 2, she told me she actually felt like wearing makeup again, something she'd stopped caring about months earlier. By week 4, she said, I caught myself humming in the car yesterday and I realized I haven't done that in over a year. But the real breakthrough came in week 6. Patricia called my office and said, I need to tell you something amazing. Last night, for the first time in almost 2 years, I felt like me. Like really me. I actually initiated intimacy with my husband, and it felt natural and wonderful instead of like something I should do. I feel like I've been living in black and white, and suddenly I can see colors again. This is when I started to understand what was really happening. See, conventional medicine treats desire like it's just about hormones, but that's only part of the story. What I was seeing with Maria, Patricia, and dozens of other patients was that desire is actually about circulation, warmth, and the body's ability to feel pleasure. When those systems slow down, which happens naturally as we age, everything else follows. Then I had a patient named Joseph. Wait, let me tell you about Janet. Janet was 49 and came to me in tears. I feel like I'm mourning the loss of who I used to be, she said. I used to be this confident, sensual woman who enjoyed her body and felt connected to my husband. Now I feel like we're roommates. Good roommates, but still just roommates. Janet's case taught me something crucial about timing. She was in that transition phase where her body was starting to change but hadn't fully shifted yet. This is actually the perfect time to support the system because you can help guide the transformation instead of just reacting to it after it's already happened. For Janet, I created a slightly different protocol. Along with the morning circulation blend, I had her add a small pinch of ground nutmeg, exactly 1/8 teaspoon, to her evening tea. Nutmeg has this incredible ability to support the nervous system and help the body relax into its natural rhythms. I also had her take warm baths 3 times a week with Epsom salts, spending at least 20 minutes soaking while focusing on breathing deeply. Think of this as reteaching your body how to feel good, I explained to Janet. We're not forcing anything or trying to go backwards. We're supporting your body's natural wisdom as it moves forward into this new phase. Janet's results were different from Maria and Patricia, but equally powerful. Instead of dramatic energy bursts, she experienced what she called a gentle awakening. She told me, it's like someone slowly turned up the dimmer switch on my life. Everything feels more vivid, more present, more alive. By week 8, Janet said something that still gives me chills. I realized yesterday that I'm not mourning my younger self anymore. I actually like who I'm becoming. I feel more confident and comfortable in my skin than I have in years. And my husband. He keeps telling me how beautiful I look. But more than that, he says I seem happy. Really genuinely happy. Now here's what most people don't understand about what's happening in the body during this time. After 50, women's circulation patterns change. It's like your body's highway system needs new routes because the old ones aren't as efficient anymore. When blood flow decreases to the pelvic area, everything starts feeling distant, physically and emotionally. But here's the amazing part. Your body wants to create new pathways. It's actually designed to do this. The problem is that most women don't give their bodies the specific support needed to make this transition smoothly. Instead of supporting the process, we fight it or ignore it, which makes everything harder. The natural ingredients I use work together like a team. Ceylon cinnamon creates gentle internal warmth, which signals to your blood vessels that it's safe to relax and expand. Fresh ginger acts like a circulation coach, encouraging blood to flow more freely throughout your system. Raw beetroot powder provides the building blocks your blood vessels need to stay flexible and responsive. When you combine these every morning, 1 teaspoon Ceylon cinnamon, 1 thumb-sized piece of fresh grated ginger, and 1 tablespoon of raw beetroot powder mixed in warm water, you're essentially giving your body a daily tune-up. The warm water helps everything absorb quickly, and taking it on an empty stomach means your system can use these nutrients immediately. The timeline is important to understand. Week 1 and 2, you're rebuilding the foundation. Better circulation, more energy, improved mood. Week 3 and 4, you start noticing the emotional shifts. Feeling more like yourself, increased interest in things that used to matter to you. Week 6 through 8 is when the magic really happens. Restored desire, renewed confidence, That inner glow that makes people ask what you're doing differently. But let me tell you about Susan, because her story shows what's possible when you stick with this approach long term. Susan was 55 when she started working with me, and she was convinced that her intimate life was over. I've accepted it, she told me during our first appointment. I'm focusing on being a good friend to my husband and finding fulfillment in other areas. I told Susan. I respect that choice, but what if you didn't have to choose? What if you could have fulfillment in all areas, including intimacy? She looked skeptical, but she was willing to try. Susan followed the protocol exactly: the morning circulation blend daily, the evening nutmeg tea, and she added one more element that I now recommend to all my patients: a daily 5-minute self-massage using warm coconut oil. Nothing complicated, just gentle circular motions on her lower abdomen and hips while breathing deeply. The transformation took a little longer for Susan, about 10 weeks, but when it happened, it was remarkable. She came to her 3-month follow-up appointment and said, "Dr. Cole, I need to tell you something. Last week, my husband and I had the most incredible intimate experience we've had in probably 5 years. But more than that, I felt completely present and connected to my body in a way I thought was gone forever." 6 months later, Susan sent me a card that said, "Thank you for helping me remember that this body is my home, and I deserve to feel good living in it." This is what I want every woman to understand. Your body after 50 isn't broken or deficient. It's transitioning into a new phase that can be incredibly powerful and fulfilling, but it needs specific support to make that transition smoothly. The key is consistency and patience. Take the circulation blend every single morning for at least 8 weeks. Don't skip days because you're busy or forget. Set a reminder on your phone if you need to. Your body is learning new patterns, and it needs that daily support to rebuild and strengthen these systems. Also, pay attention to how you feel throughout the process. Keep a simple journal. Just a few words each day about your energy level, mood, and any changes you notice. This helps you track progress and stay motivated during the rebuilding phase. Remember, this isn't about returning to who you used to be. This is about supporting who you're becoming. Your body has wisdom and wants to feel good. Sometimes it just needs the right tools and support to express that vitality. If you're reading this and recognizing yourself in Maria's, Patricia's, Janet's, or Susan's stories, please know that what you're experiencing is real, valid, and absolutely changeable. You don't have to accept feeling disconnected from your body or your desires. You deserve to feel vibrant, confident, and fully alive at every stage of your life. Start with the morning blend tomorrow. Give your body 8 weeks of consistent support. Pay attention to the small changes as well as the big ones. And be patient with yourself as your system remembers how to create warmth, circulation, and that beautiful inner fire that makes you feel like you. Your body is amazing, and it's never too late to support it in feeling its absolute best. Here for your wellness journey, Dr. Hannah Cole Prime Life Center.